Hey, great Thursday morning. It is an amazing, beautiful morning in the city of Brownsville. And today, of course, we've got Frankie. Frank, how you doing?
How's it going, everybody? Happy Thursday. Just reading up on the situation with a PUB and their assistants, and we also gotten some several complaints from the community in regards to their bills during this crisis. So something to talk about at Osmo. But other than that, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, as a great one once said.
As the prophet once said, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Oh, won't you be? Why don't you be? My neighbor. Good morning, Carlos. God bless you, man. Hey guys, it is a beautiful morning in the city of Brownsville, and again, we'll recap a lot of what happened last night and a lot of the things that we spoke about, and any updates that we found throughout the day today, or that happened afterwards and today, and maybe some stuff that we missed out on yesterday. But it is an awesome day, an awesome day. One of the things that I think that we end up talking about yesterday was in regards, and we'll start off with BISD. We'll start off with BISD because that's what we ended on. Buenos días, Linda. And I think she couldn't find us for a moment there, but I guess she found us already. Good morning, Jessica. Good to see you, Jessica. Hey, we started talking about in regards to the movement. Now, let me make something clear because I think one of the things that they were out there saying and was that there was a discrepancy. There was a misunderstanding in regards to the governor's orders and what BISD put out. And just to make very, very clear, I sort of knew that this is where they were going when they were out there. Good morning, Laura. How's it going? Oh, Laura, I hear Westlaco is in trouble. I heard that a nursing home is having some issues out there. Let me know if that's true. I think they found a couple of positives at a nursing home. I don't know if you could check that out for us. That'd be awesome. Me caí de la cama. Jessica. Yeah, guys. Yesterday, BISD posted out there. Hey, the governor's going to come out and is going to give some news, and I think that they thought that the governor was going to give them direction in regards to give them direction in regards to schools. And again, guys, it's kind of like redundant. Thank you, Laura. Please send us a story. It's kind of redundant in a way to be a la expectativa, expecting, waiting for the governor to say something for the superintendent and them to want to do anything. And again, what they're trying to say is, oh, we're taking direction from the governor and from TEA. Guys, there's absolutely no way anyone can interpret what the governor said about schools, with the exception of closing the school year. There's nothing that can be taken from what TEA mentioned as recommendations for schools as law, as this is the way it has to be done. Buenos días, don Genaro, saludos. A ver cuando volvemos a ver otro informe en español. There's no way that anyone can look at TEA's recommendations and say, this is mandatory. It's not. It's impossible. Impossible. These are recommendations that TEA made. Recommendations in regards to the situation that the districts throughout the state of Texas are going through. Now, if you read over, thank you, Norma, appreciate that. If you read over them, it basically says guidance for entering schools during closure. Guidance does not mean that it is a mandate. What it's trying to say, and anyone that could read the English language, the English language. Thank you. Thank you, Frank. You look at it right now.
Do you want me to put it up or no?
You could throw it on the page if you want, but or if you want in a little bit, prepare it if you want for a bit, guys. What it says in regards to the guidance are for the school districts that are actually offering and wanting to enter into the schools. It's not saying that you have to have personnel in the schools. It says schools, classrooms are closed for the remainder of the 2019-2020 school year. That's what it says. They are closed. School classrooms are closed. That is the mandate. Now, teachers may go into the classroom for video instructions. Again, let's make the separation. If a teacher says, you know what, estoy batallando, I'm having a hard time at home, I'm having a hard time in regards to, connecting, I don't want to, for President, thank you, Don, I love you, man. I'm having a hard issue with, I'd rather go and use the school's Wi-Fi and the school's resources, then, yeah, you have the option, guys. Teachers have the option of coming back on campus and using a classroom. That's what it says, guys, from TEA, where possible, teachers and staff should continue to work remotely. Does anyone want to take a shot at what that means? Hey, guys, a bit tied up today. Thank you, Chris. Yes, Chris will be with us tomorrow. Does anyone understand what that means? It's in the English language, folks. It's English. Where possible, teachers and staff should continue to work remotely. And if they can't do so, they should follow the parameters outlined in this guideline. What it's trying to say is the best case scenario is what? Anyone? The best case scenario is what?
Remotely.
Work from home. That's what TEA is saying. The best case scenario is work from home, work remotely. But if you can't, or you need to come into the classroom in order to use the system, to use the computer, fine. They're saying it's okay for people to come back into the classroom. Look, work remote. Exactamente, Mayra. Lo digo. I'll say it in Spanish. La recomendación de TEA es que las personas se queden en casa trabajando. That's what it says. Now, that the stupid superintendent and the corrupt board want to use that in order to say, well, this is the way that we understand it, is just stupid. Stupid. Quédense en casa, es lo que está diciendo mi compadre Mike Morath. Mike Morath, the commissioner of education for TEA, my compadre, a friend of mine, is saying, guys, the best situation is for people to stay at home. Stay at home. But if they have the need to come on. Now, when it says, if needed, what is it referring to? Is it referring to district needed or teacher needed? It's in English, folks. It's saying that if the particular teacher needs to come onto the classroom, if they find it necessary, they find it necessary, then come onto the classroom. It doesn't give the district authority, or we're understanding it for people to come on this way. It's not. It's saying that we recommend that they stay at home remotely. But if needed, come onto campus. And then it says, well, make sure that you're spaced out. No interaction. Have proper. Hey, Daniel, God bless you, my man. I'm still here playing Call of Duty while we're watching the best broadcast ever. Gotcha, man. Love you, hey, man. Good luck on that Call of Duty. That's what it's saying. Now, anyone out there, does anybody read anything different from that? Anyone? And correct me if I'm wrong. That's what my compadre Mike Morath from TA is saying. Anyone?
Erasmo, I like to make a point very quickly. If you could bring me up very quickly and just to stress the point real quick. Am I up?
Yep.
Okay. Again, just reiterating what Erasmo had previously said. This was issued by TA 428, 2020. And this is in regards to going back. President Abbott did declare or did give some parameters in regards to the facilities. But one thing I do want to stress, guys, is the second bulletin. Teachers may go into the classroom for video instruction to perform administrative duties and or clean out their classroom. Again, may, it's condition. There's a big difference between may, should, and shall. May is optional. Should and shall is you better do it. It's giving a direct order. Again, where possible, teachers and staff should continue to work remotely. And if they can't do so, they should follow the parameters outlined in this guideline. Again,
exactly.
So teachers, staff, stay at home. This isn't giving us the condition of, I'm sorry, the directive of they shall come to work. No, again, the best possible way of doing this, again, is working remotely. And again, the teachers may come into work. Again, they're saying that it's going to be sanitized and it's going to be cleaned and it's going to be, disinfected. But again, Erasmo, the same people that are disinfecting and trying to clean are the first ones that are going to get hacked on this new absorption or new plan that the district has with the budget.
Now, what my friend Marianne here says is very true. And let me tell you, Marianne, I am very impressed. Very, very impressed, because I've been monitoring this. I've been very, very impressed with the administrative team at Oliveira Middle School. Very impressed. Again, I do my best to monitor all schools. And let me tell you, Marianne, I've been very, very, very impressed with the leadership at Oliveira Middle School. Really. And again, and you know me, Marianne, if I had my concerns, I would voice them out and we could have a difference of opinion. I specifically voiced it out. I'm very impressed with the leadership at Oliveira Middle School. Let me tell you, leaps and bounds, honestly, leaps and bounds over any other middle school out there. I'm serious. I've not seen it. Most of them have been quiet. The other one that has done a real good job in regards to being proactive with the staff is Falk. Pero Oliveira se los lleva, really. But Falk has also been very, very much out there. How about this morbid thought? Instead of Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Castro will be celebrating the life of all that listen to the foolish order to return to school. Guys, it makes no sense. 0 sense. It does not. Yes. And let me tell you, really, and again, Marianne knows me very well. If I had my reservations, I would express them. Great job, Oliveira Middle School principal. Great job. Yes, Oliveira Middle School principal is doing awesome. Again, my hat's off. And again, I was somewhat skeptical in regards to the administration, and they know that. But they should know by now that if I see something wrong, I will call it out. And again, great job out there. Really great job. All other middle schools need to pay attention. All schools in Brownsville need to pay attention. When you have administration at a school level that truly cares about teachers and staff, you're going to have a great running school. Because right now, what is most important besides health is the morale of our teachers and our personnel. And I'm sorry, guys, the morale is very, very, very low. Very, very low. Good morning, Marta Alicia. Good morning, Pedro. Very, very low. Good morning, Armando Piñera. Saludos. Again, guys, it's not in a good place. And again, I mentioned it yesterday and I'll mention it again. I'm very, very proud of AOBE. AOBE has taken a stance like no one else. Now, I mentioned TVA. Guys, TVA, I love TVA. I love the people out there. They endorsed me when I ran for the district. So I'm very, very proud. I feel a great connection to TVEA, the other association. I have friendships there in the leadership, very good friendships. But I'm sorry, guys, I have heard zero from them. Zero from TVEA. Zero. Anybody else out there have heard anything from them? And I'm sorry, guys, we're friends. Lo que ustedes quieran. They endorsed me for 2 years ago, and I hope they endorse me again this year. But with that said, if you're not out there producing for my people, I'm going to call you out. And I'm glad Beth has started to slowly shift over, come back from the dark side and started to do the right thing slowly. But it's not enough, guys. I want more vocalization. I want y'all to do what AOBE did. AOBE went out there and said, we're going to hold you to the promises, superintendent and school board. That's what they said. And they said, if you don't, we will vote you out. Bam! We're like, what? That's gutsy, man. That's gutsy. And our teachers, our staff, our personnel, they deserve gutsy leadership. That's gutsy, man. That takes guts to say something like that. Like, you know what, guys? And again, it goes back to everything that we've been saying for a while. Guys, if you're in the right, stand up for your rights. If you're in the wrong, recognize, apologize, and move forward. But let me tell you, it takes guts. Been with TCTA for 15 years. They have always had my back. TCTA, I'm not sure they are, but as long as they have your back, that's awesome. As long as they're fighting for your rights, more power to them, man. More power to them. Again, I'm very happy with what I've seen in regards to those. But again, guys, TEA's recommendations or suggestions do not fit every single school district out there. They can't. It's impossible. We've been saying it for weeks. Now, if BISD wants to take them and say, oh, well, this is what we understand from them, son convenencieros. That's all they are. They're, buenos dias, Kevin. They're making it fit into their own little mold in order to uphold their corruption, their I don't give a rat's ass about personnel attitude. Texas Classroom Teachers Association. Oh yeah, I actually I spoke with them, Eric. They're out of San Antonio or Austin, I think. Yeah, I talked to them. I had a conversation with them, which is a great thing. And again, thank you. Thank you. Catching up. Recommendations, suggestions, not mandatory. And I'm going to, one of the things in regards to the soft opening, folks, again, on April 17th, 2020, order allows staff into schools facilities. Again, and this is coming from BEST. Gosh almighty, BEST. Chihuahuas. That's not what it's saying, folks. Why is that so hard to understand? I mean, you would think that the BEST association, and I'm reading from their new blog, it says April 17, 2020, order allows staff into the facilities. That's not what it's saying, guys. When you say it that way, it makes it sound like it gives the administration permission to authorization to send people back to the classrooms. That's not what it's saying. They wanted to take their own interpretation. Exactamente, Isaac. That's the problem. They wanted to give it their own spin. Guys, it's not what it's saying. And for BEST, Brownsville educators, stand together, please. Don't be out there kissing the ring of Minerva Peña. Goodness gracious, guys. You're better than that. Someone got a haircut, Frankie. I sure didn't. I just used a lot of gel. Frankie combed his hair today. Then they go on to say, April 27th, order lifts shelter in place. Guys, come on, man. Do I have to do all the work for these quasi teacher associations, guys? Do I? I mean, really? Am I the one that's supposed to do the work for BEST and for TVBA? Come on, folks. No, there's no strike for teachers. No, we don't want you to strike. Not to change the subject, but is the curfew going to be lifted this weekend? Yes. Curfew gone as of tonight.
Yeah.
It's over. Tonight, that's it. It's done. Actually, tonight there shouldn't be a curfew tonight. It's over. And tomorrow, business as usual. Now, okay, guys, let me explain this to BEST, who put out that little blog thing out there. Let me explain this to BEST so that they can best understand. Guys, anytime, Robert. Love you, Robert. BEST, pay attention, leadership from BEST. Pay attention, because I'm going to explain it to you. Yeah, midnight tonight, it's over. People from BEST, let me explain this to you, because you're not understanding. that the governor lifted the shelter in place, and the counties also lifted the shelter in place, does not mean that we're out of the woods, folks, at all. What they are hoping for is that individuals will become responsible enough because of the past 4 weeks that we've been in shelter in place in order to continue to do the right thing. But again, we know our people down here a little bit too much. Look what happened to California, guys. California opened up their beaches the same day we did. They opened up their beaches. And what happened?
Boom.
Closed them down again. Closed them down again. Why? Because la raza se fue en montones. Because it's human nature, guys. It's human nature. And we had the similar situation. We saw the videos out at Clayton's. What happened at Clayton's? And again, nothing against Clayton's. I mean, they have cameras watching the thing. You saw the video, guys. Así de raza. Así de raza. Now, face coverings are optional. Don't have to use them at the beach anymore. And again, Atlanta, the same, open, and more than 200 cases. Florida, same thing. But again, we understand, and we're not one of those that gives out false information. We understand that when the beaches opened, de repente they spiked in numbers. It wasn't in relationship to. So it wasn't in relationship because they opened, the numbers went up. No, because remember, it takes 14 days, it takes a week, it takes a while. So we're not going to see the results of opening up their beaches in Florida, Georgia, and California, and Cameron County until probably 2 weeks from now. That is why, folks, it's not over. And I'm not like, Mr. Negative, Mr. my yellow shirt, Mr. Doom, Gloom, and everything else. I'm not. It's just the facts. It's just the science. President Trump, listen to the science. Listen to the medical professionals, President Puppy Trump. Come on, Puppy Trump. Don't make those mistakes. Listen to the professionals. Governor Abbott, God bless him. Again, Governor Abbott. And I could feel the desperation in Judge Eddie Trevino's face and his voice. Like, you're killing us, bro. You're killing us. They are trusting us to do the right thing without needing to be mandated. However, we know how this is going to go. Yes. Because we know our people. Conocemos la raza. It's not going to be good, folks. Because if you think that people, I mean, look at Walmarts and HEBs, guys. Anda la gente como hormigas. When we had shelter in place, do you really need to go to the beach right now? Well, no, and I hope they don't. But Isaac, I mean, la raza está cerca, and you know, and I'll share it. Once they said the beaches are open, I had that little itch, like, now I want to go to the beach. And you know what? I haven't been to the beach in years, I think. Yes, okay, we have it in our backyard. It's like maybe Frankie can drink coffee through this mask. I wonder what else he could do through that mask. Dun-dun-dun. You should just be to slowly rebuild the economy, give people their jobs back, not to party. Yeah, again, I agree with Isaac. Isaac is 100% right. Guys, the way that, again, maybe I should be governor. The way that I laid it out is very, very simple, guys. If you have a little ranchito allá in West Texas that has had 0 cases, nothing, nada, let them open up and do what Port Isabel did. Monitor everyone that's coming in and out, you know, to make sure that, you know, people aren't bringing in the Rona. The Rona is not good. Rona is no bueno, guys.
No bueno.
Rona is no bueno. Morning, Lydia. So again, guys, maybe for a town like Pecos, Odessa, San Angelo, Omaha, Pittsburgh, Longview, maybe for those little towns. But for Cameron County, no, man. Come on, guys. Good morning, Olga. We had 2 deaths yesterday, guys. 2 deaths. What, we had 5 or 6 people in Brownsville infected, Frankie? 7? in
No,
Brownsville.
correct. And we had a 3-year-old and two 15-year-olds. And just to state, Judge Eddie Trevino is being cautious. We did get a word over the paper, over the Herald, that even though the governor is opening up shop, he feels that it is still too soon. And again, hats off to places like Wing Barn and CNC Wing. They've decided just to stick with curbside. So that's the new norm. I think the community at Erasmo is with the sentiment that it is too early. We do have those people that feel that it's behind us. Let's get back to work. But there is people that are dealing with this with a lot more caution.
Well, I'll tell you right now, BISD doesn't seem to give a damn. I mean, they don't seem to care. Guys, while we were in shelter in place, they were out there delivering signs. Delivering signs while we were in shelter in place. Como que si nada. Not a care in the world, guys. Hey, Christian, how's it going, my man? Not a care in the world. Delivering signs. Taking pictures in groups. No social distancing whatsoever. Delivering signs. How is that educational? How is that essential? And again, Erasmo, es que it made the student feel good. Health is going to make the student feel good. Staying alive is going to make the student feel good. Not a sign. Not a sign. And not meant to go see La Idiota de Minerva out there delivering signs. No one cares. Does anyone even know? Could anyone even recognize Minerva? I mean, God, she has a picture of when she was like 19 years old on the BISD webpage. Doesn't look anything like it. Can anyone even recognize her if it wasn't for one of these Gucci events that they have? Anyone? No. That's why they're so adamant to have the graduation. It's all a PR stunt for them. It's all a picture moment. It's election year, folks. Wake up. It's election year. What if the governor knows something that they don't want to tell the American people? That's why they're opening. No, again, I'm going to think, and if you notice, a lot of the states that have opted to open have Republican governors, and I'm very conservative in my beliefs, guys. But let me tell you, I treasure health and life a lot more than politics. It would have been better to set tiers for counties and our cities. This way, it's individual. Amen. 100%. Individual based on facts. 100%. Tier 1, less than 10 cases, open up 50%. Tier 2, see this year, that makes sense. Yeah. Tier 2, more than 10 to 100 cases, 10%. Guys, it's not rocket science, Celeste. It's not rocket science. It's right there, guys. It makes sense to everyone except the people that make the decisions. And again, and I'm thinking that most of the states that are rushing to open up are led by Republican governors. And again, it's nothing against the Republican Party, folks. Nothing against the Republican Party. It's nothing against Papi Trump, but they're adhering to Papi Trump. And I'm sorry, guys. I have very little respect for anyone that kisses the ring of the superintendent or the school board president in all sense of the political realm. I hate it. I want people to stand up and fight for what's right. What Celeste just mentioned is spot on. Raul, good morning, Raul. God bless you, man. Those signs can quickly turn into tombstones. I pray not, but goodness gracious, guys, maybe an ounce more responsibility, maybe a little bit more caution, maybe. And I'm sorry, guys, sending people back on campus, Los Fresnos, Brownsville, is a mistake. I haven't heard what Harlingen is doing, but or San Benito or Port Isabel. Maybe we should have asked Jimmy, but it doesn't seem like it's in the works for them, guys. They're taking care of their personnel. And let me tell you, San Benito, amazing, man. A small little district. They are mega taking care of their personnel. And let me say something that might tick a lot of people off. Hats off to their human resource director at San Benito. You know, I'm going to say that the human resource director in San Benito was out there fighting for the employees to get the money that they got, to get the benefits that they got. It's part of their job. You know, to fight.
I heard they got it in a couple days.
They got it in 2 days.
Yeah, wow.
In 2 days. Again, hats off to the human resource director in San Benito. And does anyone know who that is? Anyone? The human resource director in San Benito? Anyone out there? I'm going to give you a couple of seconds to guess. Anyone? Dun, 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 dun. Too late. Dr. Esperanza Sendejas. Dr. Esperanza Sendejas, human resource director.
I forgot about that. Wow.
In San Benito.
Yeah.
Was out there fighting for her staff.
Talk about a person that get things done, huh?
Guys, that's very, very telling, guys.
Yeah.
The same person that made BISD an A district, the same individual who got blasted by Baltasar Salazar with false, fake information. Very, very telling, guys. Very, very, very telling. Dr. Esperanza Sendejas, HR director in San Benito, fighting for her staff, her employees in San Benito.
Now that's a leader.
Huh?
Now that's a leader.
I mean, someone correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Yeah. I mean, really, again, open this up, guys. I've opened this up. We have it on YouTube. We have it on Facebook. Guys, correct me if I'm wrong. Anything that I've said where I've misspoken, misstepped, and I'll take it back. I'll apologize, guys. And I'll publicly correct myself. Again, just something to ponder, something to think about, guys. The same person that got it, that made BISD an A+ district, an A district, showing amazing leadership and a caring spirit for staff in San Benito. I lost my stream. There we go. I found me back. Let's see what else best posted. Stopped opening Brownsville Independent School as facilities and central administration building. All staff overtime will end April 30th. Wah, wah, wah. Come on, Bess. God. I mean, are you just the bearer of bad news? Guys, let me tell you what you need to post. Bess. Call me, guys. Call me. Patrick, you have my phone number. Call me. I'll write the stuff for you, bro. I'll write the stuff for you. I want you to, instead of writing down April 27th, I'm sorry, where am I? All staff will overtime, it will end. You know what I want you to write, bro? I'll tell you what I want you to write. The superintendent has stated that all overtime is going to end April 30th. We are fighting for it to continue throughout the remainder of the school year. Because they're closed because of the coronavirus. That's what I want you to say.
What do you call it?
Huh?
Have some tacanacas, or how do you call it?
Have some tacanacas. Guys. No bueno. Not good. Call me. I will tell you what to fight for, bro. Because it seems like y'all are sitting on y'all's hands while this stupid superintendent and this corrupt school board are squashing the rights, the well-being, the health, the livelihood of our staff and personnel. No, I don't want you to write overtime is going to end April 30th, period. I want you to write, listen very well. I want you to write overtime, according to the corrupt stupid superintendent, ends April 30th, but we're going to fight and demand that you be given what should be yours till the end of the school year, at least till the end of the school year. That's what I want you to write. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's what I want you to write. At least.
At least.
BISD will continue to follow all COVID-19 guidelines. Ensure 6. Okay. If people have not adhered to guidelines by now, they're just not going to, bro. Again, once the superintendent, the stupid superintendent, and the corrupt school board show me that people in our community are adhering to the 6 feet of social distancing and no groups larger than 5, 10. Once they do that, show me, then I might start to believe them. Might. But does anyone out there actually think that they're going to adhere to TEA's recommendations? Adhere to TEA's recommendations in regards to social distancing, in regards to cleanliness, in regards to face coverings, when they haven't even done it themselves? They haven't. Does anybody want proof? Go to their BISD Facebook page. The pictures are there, where they're in groups of larger than 10. There's no social distancing. There's no 6 feet apart, because, or else they wouldn't fit in the picture, Frankie. So they have to be crunched in together. So now BEST is putting out there on their little page, oh, pues, you know, they want us to adhere to the guidelines. You can't give what you don't have, folks. You cannot share what is not in your possession. They have no concept, no clue, no idea. The superintendent's taking pictures with students without a face covering when we had mandated face coverings, ordered face coverings by the county and by the city. And the superintendent is out there taking pictures out in public with students without a face mask. Minerva is using her face mask to lift up her third chin. Con la narizota y la bocota de fuera. Does anyone think I'm making this stuff up? I'm not making this stuff up. It's there. It's on their Facebook page. Independent School District. So now they want staff to adhere to the guidelines recommended by CDC and by TEA and by the governor. It's not going to happen, folks. Not going to happen. How? They haven't done it themselves. Can anyone prove me wrong? Anyone? Or am I just being negative? Negative? It's called facts, guys. And Brownsville, Texas, BISD personnel, facts matter. Facts. Numbers. Science. So, to all of my Republican friends out there, science matters. Facts matter. Numbers matter. Let me tell you what matters most. Deaths matter. Deaths. They matter. Again, I'm waiting for someone to contradict anything that I'm saying. Someone, please. Someone, please say that I'm full of crap. I'm lying. But don't just say it just to tick me off. Say it because it's the you're agreeing. Oh, sorry. I didn't know that there. There's a great leader. Look, I hadn't seen all these. Hey, Raymond, play some basketball, brother. Papi Rump wants the economy because he's losing. Sorry, I hadn't seen all these. All I'm saying is that if there wasn't spring break the week before Corona broke out in the Valley, there would have been a lot of infected children because of BISD. Thank God it was spring break. Amen, brother. I hadn't seen all these. Good morning, Raul. I think I did say good morning. God, I'm catching up. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I hadn't seen all these.
Rookie.
Why, why aren't superintendents elected? Yeah, Sendejas. Is Calvin coming to your show or not? Many questions for him. I'll send him another message today. Unless you want to invite him, Frankie. Sendejas. Yep. Big mistake getting rid of her. Mary Lou, I I concur. And I will say, I voted against her. I did. And again, I've stated it. It was a mistake on my part. It was a mistake on my part. We were lied to by the board attorney, lied to in regards to many things. And I have hence apologized to her and apologized to her. My mistake. And again, I will always admit my mistakes and publicly. And I've apologized to her, and I apologize to the community of Brownsville for believing the lies that Baltasar Salazar threw out there. He misled the board 100%. Under her, BISD had the most visible changes on campuses. Thank you guys for all you have done, for all the information you are giving us. Thanks. Good show. Good job. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Well, you can't hold BISD accountable for that one. Heck, there's families larger than 5. No. And I'm not, Mary Lou. What I'm trying to say, Mary Lou, is that they should show the example. They should be the example. They're the elected officials. They should be the example. Again, we teach not only in the classroom, Mary Lou, we teach by example. And what they have shown in regards to disrespect, in regards to being rebellious to our mayor and order, not a good lesson. Así son las vacas y los becerros. Is Frankie suffocating? I think he is. So happy to see you back. Thank you, Angie. I never was gone. What an example they show. They are useless, 100%. Facts matter. Yes, sir, Mr. Choa. It sure does matter. Thank you, guys. Wearing a mask to save lives or be on a ventilator. Very, very good. Good. Rita, they went teachers and counselors to go in to finalize paperwork for this year. Counselors to work on schedules. Teachers, especially elementary, get intimidated very easily. They are expecting to work on PRCs, which is really data entry work. One, only a small section is for teachers, but they have teachers do the entire work 100%. Yes, but just like now, you should have not trusted and did your own research. Mary Lou, again, I've admitted it. Yeah, it was my mistake. I agree with you, Mary Lou, 100%. It was my mistake. I should not have trusted what was presented by the board attorney. I should have done a little bit more research in regards to what was thrown out there. I didn't. I have apologized to her. I've apologized to my community. I can accept when I made a mistake. I made a mistake. I made a mistake as an individual. I mean, and I'm not, I'm not using Sylvia had the board majority. I'm not using that as an excuse. I'm not, although she did. I'm not using it as an excuse. I respond for me, and I should never have voted as to place her on suspension. Never. I'll admit it. It was a mistake, and it is what it is. Again, I always tough question to ask. I don't know which question that is, but throw it out there again. I'll try to respond. Someone yesterday said they hope the district and board would do what's right. We can't hope. We have to vote. Stop hoping. Start voting.
Take action.
Amen. Take action. As I remember, I have yet to see Mr. Mendez say something. He has. I don't think he said anything as of recent in regards to it. I mean, he's tried to explain what he understood from it, but it would be nice to have a statement from the mayor. I'll send him a message, see if he come on. I'm not putting you on the spot, Mayor Mendez. Just seeing if it's going to be possible. Look, guys, I know he's very busy. I know he's overwhelmed by a lot of the things. Again, and again, he signed up to do this job, but no one expected all this stuff to happen on anybody's watch. So again, I'll ask. Again, he's always been very kind and very gracious in regards to showing up. So I'll ask him to see if he can come on this week or next week. All I see is Eddie Trevino update the Valley on Corona. Again, Judge Eddie Trevino has done an amazing job in regards to being out there in the public. So again, hats off. Rita, what was the question? Sorry, Rita. I might have missed it. If you don't mind asking again, I will do my best to try and answer. Try and answer.
Hey, that's well, regarding BISD regarding PUB, we the we posted very quickly on the thread. Juan Montoya just recently posted an article a couple days ago, yesterday, in regards to PUB, and when we first had Mayor Mendez on the show, one of our questions was, you know, would the community's payments be either delayed or put on hold, or what resources would be available? And shortly thereafter, we got word that PUB was going to be giving or had allocated $2 million in regards to payments for the elderly.
Yeah.
And since that time, there hasn't been that much clarity in regards to the process, the qualifications, the steps necessary needed in order for one to be awarded as a recipient of this money. And I think they had mentioned, Erasmo, that the most was going to be $200 or less, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Well, in this article that the blog father posted, it's stating that if you don't have papers, PUB was not going to be able to help out. And some points that Mr. Montoya stressed was that, hey, you don't have to be a citizen to be a PUB taxpayer. And nowhere in this application did it require to prove citizenship. The only thing was asked. Sorry.
Yes, bless you.
Asked was a driver's license or any other sort of identification. That there was no mention of citizenship. In these applications. So again, what's
criteria?
What's the criteria? Again, it's been so vague that people have been reaching out to us and saying, "Hey, who can we talk to?" And one has been like, "You know what? Well, let me look into it." And we have a couple days, trying to call, but all we have the number is the main number, the main hotline number. And I just want to read the last quote that Mr. Montoya posted on this article. He said, according to sources, PUB is paying 9% of the $2 million, which is $180,000, to administer the share program. With the citizenship hurdle being applied, it is obvious that those rate payers most in need will be left out in the cold, despite the assurance of the PUB board or the City of Brownsville administration. Again, we understand that there's certain guidelines and rules that need to be abided to. But again, they made it seem like, if you know what, here's the relief that everybody needed. Rest assured that everything's going to be fine. $2 million. Again, we sound like a broken record at Erasmo, but $2 million compared to the 120 million that Tenasca raised over the last 7-8 years, it's peanuts in a bucket. So again, only 180,000 is coming from PUB. Not a lot of people will be eligible to qualify for this grant or for this money. So it's unfortunate that we're putting limitations on people, considering, Erasmo, that the majority of Brownsville, I would say maybe the 20-30% of our elderly, maybe some don't have citizenship, but at the same time, they're still required to open up an account with PUB, make those payments on a timely manner. So again, this is more questions than answers. This isn't benefiting our community, in my opinion.
Well, again, and I know the arguments that are being thrown out there, and I'll say this, guys, and I might get in trouble for this, but I want all government assistance said to go to American citizens or legal resident aliens first. Sorry. I want the assistance to be to the individuals that are here legally first. And I think the reasoning why they put the restrictions in regards to the PUB stuff, the reason they put the restrictions on there was because is the a lot of that money that PUB is offering is not really money that's going to come from PUB. It's money that's going to be paid by a federal grant by some program out there. So it's going to be federal money. So when you start asking for federal money, there's set guys, there's certain restrictions that have to be placed on the funds. When you're dealing with federal money, the federal money, especially now that we have a Republican president, a Republican Senate, Republican governor, although it's not has nothing to do with it. But guys, the money they have to account that they gave the money to individuals who are here legally, or else they will have to eat up, absorb the amount of money that they are giving to individuals who are not legal citizens. And I'll give you an example. The same thing happened in California. In California, the governor started to say that there were going to be stimulus benefits to individuals who were in California illegally. But that had to come from California money, not from federal money. The stimulus that we're getting as here in the United States, it's going to American citizens and legal residents. Now, let me say something. For individuals like, let's say you're married to an illegal alien and you place the illegal alien on your tax return as a dependent or with an ITIN number, you get no stimulus check. It's just certain guidelines that the federal government has placed. Again, I'm going to say, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to bet you my bottom dollar that the money that PUB is distributing is not PUB money. It's not. It's federal money, FEMA money, grant money that they have to account for. So I'm thinking that that's the reasoning why they're required to only give it that assistance. With that said, well, maybe the city government can step up and say, hey, we're going to offer this money for everyone. Yeah. But the truth is that it will be political suicide. It will be political suicide because everyone out here in the city of Brownsville is going to say, hey, we want the money going to people who are citizens or residents. That's my take on it. I might be wrong. If a school board is elected, why is the superintendent not elected? Very easy, Peter. Because, again, people here in Cameron County, in Brownsville, Texas, they buy elections. They buy elections. That is why we have the power to vote for the board. And you're hoping that there is a majority of people on there who are independent thinkers who are going to do the right thing. That's what we need to vote for. For 5 individuals this November to go on that board and to make a difference, to make a matter. Why is Mr. Edinburgh getting paid so much? $300,000. He's getting paid $375,000. He has to justify his pay, and all the friends that he brought from Edinburgh are getting paid over $100,000. His deputies are getting paid $200,000 each. The guy from the CFO is getting paid $150,000. I would say. Damn. The program employee benefits director. That job only was paying like $70,000, and he pushed it up to $95,000 to pay his little buddy, $95,000.
Must be nice.
It's very, very lucrative. Very nice to be a friend of the superintendent, folks. But again, the board doesn't care. As long as the superintendent looks the other way when Sylvia's pocketing money, they don't care. Do not care. People should continue wearing masks. We still have flu going around. Yes, sure. Erasmo is the Serpico of BISD. Bye, Rita. I have to feed the cows. Say hi to the cows for us. Anything else that we need to talk about today, Frankie? Important.
No, just in closing, I do feel that it's time that Brownsville incorporates another or allows another utilities board to come into the city. We need competition. A couple of days ago, there was a post on the page in regards to PUB. Friends and family members have said, hey, I own a gym. I haven't used my electricity in a couple weeks, and I'm still being charged a large amount.
Horrible.
People have commented on the page saying, "Hey, look at my bill. It went up from 300 and some to 400 and some, and we're not doing anything different." I'm all for competition. I think competition brings out better deals. Obviously, it helps. It helps the community as a whole. So BISD having this monopolizing this market has been detrimental to the citizens of Brownsville. Again, where is that Tenaska money? Where is that $100,000? Are the citizens of Brownsville going to get credited for it for 7 years?
100 million.
100 million. I'm sorry. Are the citizens of Brownsville going to get credited for that 100 million that was recouped in the 7-8 years of this so-called Tenaska? So we need competition. Competition is good. It allows our community to have an option, to have a choice, and that's the beauty of living in a democratic society. We have options, we have choices. But again, for the city to allow a monopolization of this light source is a huge disservice, in my opinion, Erasmo.
Well, I agree. And again, we've been asking for over a year, 2 years now, hey, accountability in regards to where are those $100 million? Where are they? And the Mayor Tony Martinez, former mayor, Commissioner Norika Lansky, now commissioner, used to sit on the PUB board as the chairperson, and Commissioner Jessica Tetreault, while sitting in the commission, they each gave different amounts. I mean, no one had an accountability of the money that Tenaska had collected with a 36% increase during 7 years in order to pay forth the defunct Tenaska that was never going to happen. Never going to happen, folks. Never. And now they're using the money to build themselves a cushy little administration building. And now, what, $1.3 million are missing? Disappeared? Deposited in a different account? Guys, not making this stuff up. $1.3 million disappeared. This is recent. It wasn't like the bridge to nowhere, 10 years ago, the 25 million that disappeared at the port. This is like some months back. $1.3 million gone. From your money, from my money, from our money that they pocketed by increasing our rates by 36%. And guys, there's no relief, guys. ¿De qué sirve? ¿De qué sirve que no sé qué, que we care about the community? It's a bunch of bull, guys. A bunch of bull. Look at your utility bill. Compare it to last year's bill. It's a disaster, guys. It's increased. And people will say, well, it's because people spend more time at home. No, everyone's increased, even individuals that don't have a home.
And PUB is the only option because people are telling me about Magic Valley and Spark Energy, but I thought that was outside of the county.
There's certain little parts of the city that have Magic Valley, but it's very, very limited. It's the way the map is cut up.
Okay.
The way the majority.
It's fair to say that PUB controls the majority of the city.
100%.
Okay.
PUB has the great part of the city of Brownsville in a stranglehold. It's either PUB or a la antigua con la kerosene lamp and go get water from the well. Maybe some from BISD board are working part-time at PUB. That's why money is missing. Let me tell you guys,
maybe
there might be something there, Peter. Actually, believe it or not, there might be something there. Do you think the school board is under investigation after all these scandals? Yes. No, I don't think. I know for a fact that the school board is under investigation because they can accuse, I'll say this again, they can accuse me of DWI every day of the week, twice on Sunday. They will never be able to accuse me, guys, of taking one penny from my students, my staff, or my community. Not a penny. Well, county just got connected to PUB sewer. pues, not a good thing for county, unfortunately. They're going to get screwed. Magic Valley, North Brownsville also increased too. I'm paying double this month. That's crazy. It's crazy. And again, Maida, we need for there to be options. With options, competition will be out there. Guys, it is an hour now that we've been out here jib jabbing away. You guys have a beautiful rest of the morning. If something occurs during the day, again, we'll throw a quick live out. But right now, everything seems to be calm. As tonight at 9 o'clock, we'll be back on 9 p.m. both on this page and on YouTube channel and on this Facebook page, and share it anywhere else that you were willing to share it. We should all think of changing to solar energy. I agree, Luis. I think solar energy is a good option. Guys, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all being patient with me, for hanging in there with me. I truly love y'all. I love my students. I love my graduating seniors. I love my teachers. I love my principals. I love them all. God bless. Take care. Keep me posted in regards to everything that's going on there. Love y'all. Bye.
Bye.